Right, so today we are going to focus on algebra. Okay, I do have a couple of problems from students I want me to discuss, but the first one actually is belong to number theory. Okay, so this is a problem number 30. Right, the first problem I want to discuss is problem number 30. So the question is, if 2n factorial over n factorial equals 120, what is the value of n? Now, what is the value of n? You cannot solve the equation. This looks like an equation, okay? But we do not solve the equation directly. It's harder to do that. First of all, you have to simplify what is 2n factorial over n factorial. But it's not 2, okay? 2n factorial, by definition, is n factorial times n plus 1 times n plus 2, and all the way to 2n, this is the largest number, divided by n factorial, okay? And then, so then it cancels out. So after you simplify, the left-hand side is just n, it's a bunch of the product of the numbers. Now you don't know how many terms there. Oh, okay, you know that, so that's n terms, right? If that's n terms, right? And then if that's n terms, okay, so it's a product of n terms, right? It's going to be 120, okay, 120. So this is a higher order equation, nonlinear equation. So you have to have some tricks to solve it. You cannot just solve for n. You know, we don't have never learned that. We learn how to solve quadratic equation. We learn how to solve linear equation. Okay, so you know the number of the terms you don't know, right? And then the factor is n plus 1 you don't know. So what you should do is, what you should do is, yeah, no, not the guessing track. So you have to fact 120. Okay, 120 is going to be easiest way to do it is just 12 times 10. 12 is 2 times 6 times 10, right? But continue, you fact it. It's 2 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 5. So you try to express it.
But why would you do the prime factorization?
Oh?
That's the prime factorization without the factor.
Yeah, prime factorization, yeah. Just prime, no. Yes, it's prime factorization, yeah. But it's 2 cubed times 3 times, but that we have to write it in the way, in the way it's increased by 1 each time, right? Okay, so you can write it as 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, okay? Right? So that's one of the ways. Okay. Now, yeah, this, so, but you see that you cannot say n plus 1 equals 2, right? You cannot say n plus 1 equals 2. So otherwise, you see, n plus 1 is 2, then 2n is just, n is 1, then just only one term there, right? 120, make sure it's factorization is correct, okay? So you have to look for other combinations. So is there any solutions you can get, okay? If somebody says try, with any comments, couldn't figure it out that. Okay, so n definitely cannot be large, right? It's consecutive numbers, right? Consecutive numbers, 2 times, another possible way to do it. You see this, you assume that n plus 1 equals 2, but that's not working. So now you have to, another possible way to do is 4 times 5 times 6. right? Then maybe that works. Okay, so look at that. N plus 1 should be equal to 4. So n is going to be 3, and 3, right? N is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So that works. Okay, there is only 3 terms here. So you just guess and check. Well, the guess and check sometimes works. You're lucky. Then you have more experience. Then fine. But this is where we solve it step by step. Okay. So yeah, you can view this as algebra problems and solving equations by guessing trying. That's okay. We also get somehow we are guessing trying here, right? So this is not working. Then another way to write is the product consecutive numbers. It's 4 times 5 times 6 instead of 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Okay. Yes. All right. So now we are really talking about story problem, linear algebraic problems. Okay. So there are 3 types of problems there. The first type is a mixture of 1% exit, okay, 1% exit measures 24 milliliters, okay? Then the question is, how many milliliters of 5% exit must be added to increase, actually to change the mixture to 4% exit, okay? So you're going to increase the concentration to 4%. Yeah, you add 5%. You have to add much higher, right? Concentration, exit. Yeah, 5% must be added, okay, to change the mixture to 4%. Okay. Now, to solve this problem, you need to understand how do we calculate the percentage, the concentration, right? So the percentage of concentration is going to be the amount of active ingredient in gradient, and then the total amount, okay? Okay, so this is a formula multiplied by 100%, okay? So the amount of exit in the container, right? And divided by the total amount, right? And multiplied by 100%. That's called the percentage of concentration. Okay, so this is a formula we define. So all you have to do is just use this to calculate, right? You want to add some. So we already have 24 milliliters. You want to add X milliliters, right? So the total amount is changed. And you want to get 4%. So multiply by 100% should be equal to 4%, right? So what is the amount, total amount solution, right, in the denominator? So no, not 24, 24 plus X. You add the X milliliters of 5% X, right? Okay. All right. So now that is the total amount. We have to calculate the amount of active ingredient. Okay. So first of all, this is coming from the original 24 milliliters. So 24 milliliters times 1%, okay? Plus X milliliters times 5%, okay?
So you're saying the mixture of 1% acid include The active ingredient.
Active ingredient is a fine, this is the,
It's the 1% of the entire acid measure. It's the 1% of the 24 that's legally
the active ingredients coming from the original solution also come from the added solution of a high concentration.
Oh, okay.
Right? You add them together, right? So you some part from there, some from there, add them together. So addition, use addition. You add them together. So this is the equation you should get. Okay. So multiply. No, I should say no. That's formula. Yeah, if I use a percentage, I shouldn't get rid of 100%. Okay, I cannot. Yeah, depends on how they are wrote. Okay. Yeah. So this should be the correct formula. Unless I wrote 0.01 times 24, then I have to put 100%. Yeah. So anyway, this is the formula, right? And then you solve it. So don't multiply them out. It's 24 times 1%, right? So just 21. 5x, and we get rid of the percentage formula, right? Then 4 times 24 plus 4x. Then you have x, 5x on the left, 4x on the right. So x is going to be 24 on the left, 4 times 24 on the right is 3 times 24. So it's 72. Okay, so x is 72. 72 milliliters per 5% exit should be added. Okay? Yeah.
Can you just find this relation 24 to 1% and use that find 6 and 5%?
Yeah. So there are also two types of problems. Let me give you. Okay. So we this is just at the exit of a high concentration to increase the concentration of the original solution. Okay. We can also sometimes for example, let me describe the problem. You have a container, okay? So this is a 10-gallon container, okay? And they're full of 25% solution, okay? So the container must be full. I want to increase the concentration. How do I do that? I have to get rid of some, right? And then replace by a solution with high concentration, right? So I replace, get rid of x gallon, okay, of original solution replaced by x gallon of let's say 60% solution, okay? So to increase the concentration to 50%, the question is, what is x? Okay? So I have 10 gallon of solution. Okay, that's lower concentration. I want to increase to 50% concentration. Clear, right? What I'm going to do, I have to pull out some. But what I have right now is a solution of 60% solution. Okay, high concentration. So if you completely replace it, you get too high, right? 60%. So you maybe get rid of half of them, replaced by 60% solution. So question is, how much of original solution should be replaced? Okay, can you set up the equation? Okay, clear. That is a question, and there's a question, right? I'm going to replace X gallons of original solution to 25% solution by 60% solution to increase the concentration to 50%. So you have to write down the equation, then you solve it. It's a pretty challenging, but the difficult level is not that high. But I can tell you, okay, I can tell you, not only 50% of the middle school kids graduate from middle school can do this problem, honestly. Okay, it's not true, but the problem is the difficult level is similar to the one we just discussed. Right? You just need to know how to calculate the percentage, right? So how to calculate the percentage? The total amount has never been changed, right? 10 gallons. Now the numerator should be the active ingredients. Then multiply by 100%, you should get 50%, right? That's the target. So what is changed is the active amount of active ingredients.
About 4.61 repeating.
That's okay, but we have to get an estimate, right? Okay, so you get rid of X gallons of original solution. Original solution, so what is remain is 10 minus X, right? And then the active ingredients is going to be multiplied by 0.25. But then you add X gallons of a solution, because X gallons are 60% solution. So that'll be 0.6 times X. Okay? So this is the amount of active ingredients total. Okay. Then divide by 10, then multiply by 100%. You know, you can move 100% to the right, then 0.5. Let's use the 0.5, okay? So the equation is 0.25, 10 minus X plus 0.6X equals, divide by 10, right? Equals 0.5. So you multiply both sides by 10. Then here's a 2.5 minus 0.25 X plus 0.6X and 5, right? Then the rest of it's just linear equation. Everybody knows how to solve it.
Wait, why does 0.25 get into 5? It just multiplied it by 10. It would just put it in the bottom, right?
Yeah, both sides multiply by 10. Then 0.5 becomes 5.
Yeah, but you're trying to get rid of the fraction, right?
I'm trying to get rid of fraction, yes. The fraction is gone now.
So if you multiply one part of the fraction by 10, multiply the other part.
By 10. Both sides have to be multiplied. Yeah. All right, so you move 2.5 to the right-hand side, and 0.6 minus 0.25 is going to be 0.35, right? X equals 2.5. So X is going to be 2.5 over 0.35. Okay, now this number should be less than 10. You don't need it, right? Otherwise, there's mistakes there. Okay, you can put you can write it like this, then divide, but simplify. Just put a fraction here is fine, and divide by 5, right? Divide by 5 is going to be 50, yeah, over 7, which is smaller than 10. Right? Yeah, smaller than 10. The X cannot be larger than 10. So this is a all right. So those are the story problems, and you just need to know how do we calculate the percentage, then you can set up an equation. Okay. Another type of problem is you have a X% of solution, 10 gallons of it. How much water should be evaporated? So in order to increase the concentration to a certain level. Really? Yeah, but there are other type of problems. Okay, so if you, how much water should be evaporated to increase the concentration from 10% to 50%, okay? So we have a still 10 gallon, okay? It's a 10 gallon of 10% solution, okay? Can you do that? I'll give you a minute. All right, so this is another type of the total amount is changed, okay? See, the first problem, we increase the amount of original solution. Then right? So you see, so the amount of, yeah, you're supposed to get rid of X gallons of water, right? So the total amount will be 10 minus X, okay? But the active ingredients remains unchanged, which is 0.1 times 10, right? That's the active ingredients because only water is gone. X is still remains there. So this ratio should be equal to 0.5. Okay, that's it. So it's going to be 1 over 10 minus X equals 0.5. And let's multiply this out. It's going to be 0.5, 10 minus X, right? It's going to be 5 minus 0.5X. Okay, so 0.5X is going to be 4. And then X is going to be 4 over 0.5, which is 8. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 8 gallons of water should be evaporated. There actually is only 1 gallon of exit. We have 40 gallons. Come on, that was only 2 gallons of, okay, total 10 gallons of a 10% solution. Okay, and the more water is gone, and then right, it's 1 gallon pure acid inside. Okay, if you get rid of 9 gallons of water, then you get 100% solution. Okay, pure acid. Okay. All right. So yeah. So my next question is just the equation. Okay. We know that given the variable x, it is going to be 1 plus x over 5, 105. Okay. What is the value of x over, doesn't matter, right? So 5 plus x.
Wait, is x over 1 plus x?
Yeah. So you have to find the easy way to solve it. You can find the x, then you plug into the expression, but that's complicated.
Wait, because x over 1 is x. And then x be 5, then x over 1 is x. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense because if x equals 5, because then you could just subtract 1 from that side. X would equal 5 and 1 at the same time. And that's literally 1 and 3. And up to 1 is on 2.
Yeah. So, yeah,
So it doesn't make sense.
Kevin, I haven't heard from
Kevin,
you.
my boy.
Your boy? Kevin,
The guy who gets
Tobias.
right? Yeah. It makes no positive sense. Is it 5 over 109? What makes sense? Just add 4 to the bottom because there's no 1. Yeah, because then x would equal 104 and then 1 will make sense. 1 will make sense.
Well,
X is 5% would equal 5 over
the easiest way to do is you just need to find out 5 plus x of x, okay, instead of x of 5 plus x. And that one is going to be 5 over x plus 1, okay? But what you're given is x over 1 plus x. I also turn this upside down. Okay? This is going to be 1 over 5 over 5, right?
makes all the most sense.
No. But
1 plus x
this is 1 over x plus 1 equals 1 over 5 over 5.
equals 25.
Yeah, so that implies 1 over x is going to be 100 over 5. Yeah, you don't need to even calculate. That's just 125. So 1 over x is 125. Okay? Okay, so you can say 25, right?
No,
Yeah. Yeah. No, 20. Okay, that was 20. So 1 over x is 20. So you put it here. Yeah. 5 plus x over x is going to be 5 times 1 over x, which is 20, plus 1. So it's 101, right? Then x over 5 plus x is just equal 1. Okay? Yeah, let me ask you to do one more problem, okay? So if 2 plus x over x is going to be 3 over 1 over 6, okay? What is the value of x over 4 plus x? Okay, anyone has answer?
And then 3 over 212.
All right, so we can turn this upside down. 2 plus x over x, which is 2 over x plus 1, and it's going to be this. No, it's going to be 106 over 3, right? All right, so 2 over x is going to be, right? Yeah. Then this implies 4 plus x over x is going to be 4 over x plus 1. But 4 over x plus 1 is going to be 4 is twice of 2. So that's why it's going to be 3 and 206 plus 1. And then add them together, 209 over 3. Okay, so the answer will be x over 4 plus x is going to be 3 over 2 over 9.
3 over 2, and then 2.
Okay. Yeah, 4 over 2, 4 over x is going to be twice of 2 over x. So that's why you this number have to multiply by.
If you flip it, it's 2 plus x over x equals 1, 2 is 6 over 3. But this is over 3 times 6 over 1, which is 212 over 3.
Yeah.
From that, so it's 3 over 212.
Right. You know, just a small trick. You know, you can solve for x, but directly solve for x is complicated. You don't need to solve for x. You just need to get a 1 of x. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, there's lots of computations involved. Okay. My next question is, before I do that, I need to talk about quadratic questions. Okay. Quadratic functions. I know x plus 2kx plus k squared is going to be x plus k squared. Okay. So as this, yeah, if you put a negative sign there, you will get x minus k squared. Okay. Do you see? Do you know that, right? Okay, no problem. So if we only see this part, how can you make it a square? So you have to add a k. So x squared minus kx is going to be x minus k squared minus k squared. Okay. Yes. All right, now I have a question. Okay. What is the least possible value of x squared minus 4x plus 5? Okay, x is arbitrary real number. Okay. You cannot make it very small. Okay, so x squared minus 2x minus 4x plus 5 is going to be x squared minus 4x, this part, right? You can add the 4 here, then you have to subtract 4 from 5, that's with 1. So those three numbers, 3 terms, give you x minus 2 squared. Okay? So if you are able to express this in this form, then clearly this has never been negative. Okay? This is always greater than or equal to 0. So the answer here is 0 plus 1, which is 1. So 1 is the smallest possible value. You cannot get smaller than 1. Okay? And then can be reached when x equals 2, that's going to be 1. Okay? So x squared minus 4x plus 5 is going to be 2 minus 2 squared plus 1, which is 1. So 1 is indeed the smallest possible value. Okay? 1 is the smallest, the least possible value. Okay, whatever. Right. All right, so let's look at the next one. What is least possible value of x squared minus 6x plus 1? Yeah, can you do that?
One. You can put it the larger you go, the smaller it be, but like 2 squared minus 12
Don't by guess and try.
infinity. That's for the infinity. Great guess. If you're like cube squared.
Okay, so x squared minus 6x, right? You know, this is actually going to be, you have to add something, right? Square. This is going to be something square, right? So remember, this is a 2 times 3. 6 is 2 times 3. So this should be 3. That'd be 3. Okay?
You just did 3 times 2 though. So that should be the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's x minus 3 here. Okay?
What if you switch on the 3 and the 2? Would that mean that k would be 2? Then you could still do that.
No, k must be 3 here. It's 2k. Yeah, the formula here says that x squared minus 2kx plus k squared equals x minus k squared. Okay, so x squared minus 6x plus 1 is going to be, right, x squared minus 6x. I have to plus 9 here, but I have to subtract the 9, so it's negative 8. Yeah, so 9 minus 8 is going to be what? But then the first 3 terms can be grouped together, x minus 3 squared plus minus 8. Okay, x minus 3 squared, this cannot be negative. Okay, this cannot be negative. It's always greater than 0. So negative 8 is the least possible value.
I want to be greater than 0. Wrong.
Okay. All right, so our next question. If x times y equals 2, what is the value of x plus y squared minus x minus y squared?
I got 3.
Now, there's a possibility no solution cannot be determined, okay?
Oh, yeah, it can't because then it could be x.
But then it's also, you can buy a guess and you can try the special values for x and y. X equals 1, y equals 2, right?
We do x equals
Yeah, x could
2
equal
and y equals 1.
No, x could be 0.5, y equals 4.
Or it could be
But you end up with the same answer.
so 3's right.
x plus y squared into infinity.
Wait a minute.
Infinity possibilities.
Kevin
I got
says,
7.
No,
7.
no possible solution. No solution.
no solution cannot be determined.
Infinity. there's an endless
Well,
solution.
if you have no idea in general, right, what you should do, it's something we try. Okay, x, you don't know x and don't know y, but you only know the product. Okay, so you can let x to be 1, y to be 2. And you put into, then x times y equals 2. Then you put x, then you put it into the formula, right? X is 1, y is 2, minus 1 minus 2 squared, right? So you end up with 9 minus 1, which is 8. Okay, and you try a different number, you always get an 8. Okay. Okay, you take 3 tries, 2 is enough, probably. Yeah, you can let x to be 2, y to be 1. And you can let x to be 0. But that's not the best way to do this. It's not proof. Okay, you just say, okay, I guess this is the answer.
Guess
So-
and check.
What you should do is you should multiply this out, x squared plus 2x times y plus y squared minus x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Then you simplify. You find out x can be cancelled out, y squared cancelled out. And you get 2xy minus negative x, 4xy. Okay, but x times y is already given, which is 2.
Oh, and 4xy is.
So that's going to be 8. Okay. Cancellation. Cancellation, if it's interesting, sometimes you don't need a three information. Okay. So there's another problem. If 2020 square minus 2019 square equals 2019 square minus 2018 square plus n. What is the value of n?
Zero.
It's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's wrong.
Well, you have to find a way to simplify it, okay? No, you cannot use a calculator.
What if you can?
Well, you can't. That's the problem, man.
If I buy a calculator in Amazon, it has free shipping, it's 1 day shipping.
Well, it won't get in time.
If I stop time,
You can't.
what if I do it?
Any ideas?
No.
Yeah, wait a minute.
We'll find the square root.
Vincent says 2000.
So here's a calculator, probably. Always get a calculator.
Kevin says 2. Oh, that's so big a difference.
I agree with neither of them.
Let me guess. you're
I
looking at
say-
infinity.
It's 0.
Hmm?
0.
That's wrong.
No. 2020 plus 2018 plus n squared equals n. And then I wanted to, I think too large of a number.
All right. So here's another formula we needed to know. A squared minus b squared is a minus b times a plus b. Okay. So 2020 square minus 2019 square is equals 2020 minus 2019. And 2020 plus 2019, which is 1 times, right? It's a 4,039.
None of us are right.
Okay, and the 2019 square minus 2018 square is also going to be the.
And I'm having none of it. None of it.
Okay, it is also going to be 1 times the sum of these two.
I'm having none of it.
All right.
That makes no sense then.
But it does.
Then my oh, that means n
So
equals
n
2.
equals 2.
That's right. So the difference is going to be.
So my boy Kevin was right.
Kevin is your boy.
No.
Oh, you have the formula wrong.
Okay.
I did the subtraction instead of the formula.
Uh,
And I'm having none of it. Oh, get real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You didn't get it right either.
Hey, I was closer. I got 0.
You kidding me?
I'm only 2 digits away from it.
okay.
I'm closer than that Vincent guy. He got like 2,000.
I don't know, but True, you got yours by guessing.
All right. My next question is,
I decided 5.
if x squared
1 equals 1 plus n. Because 2021, 2019, when square root of that. That's 2021, 2019. You do 1. The square root of 2019 minus 2018 is 1. Then 1 plus n equals 1. Then n has to equal 0.
okay.
I was smart aleck.
All right. So if this is going to be 20,
Oh, guess and check time.
what is the values of, what are the possible values
4.
of the following expression?
The answer is what? X equals 4. And use test and check. I just do it
X minus 5 square plus x plus 4 square.
negative 1 squared plus 8 squared. Negative 1 times negative
65.
65. Even my answer 4. Guess you check does work.
Hold on. Did I? Yeah, I think I made a mistake. Minus plus.
I immediately went to 5 and I was like, 5 is too big, so I went to 4.
Yeah, this is correct. Okay. All right. So how do you solve this problem? All right. So to do that, actually, there's a direct way to do. X minus 4 squared is going to be x squared plus 10x plus 25, and plus x squared minus 8x and plus 16. Okay, so add them together is 2x squared plus 2x plus 141. But you know that you know the value of x squared plus x. You don't need to know the exact value of x, but you should know the value of x. Yeah. It's 20 plus 41. It's 40 plus 41. And that is going to be 81.
But you're wrong. But what if we guess and check the first one? And then 4?
4 plus 5 is 1. Wait, what? I did us 4 minus 5.
Yeah. All right, so the next problem,
91, wait.
if x squared plus x is 20,
That does make sense. I could have got even like that. That was
what is
4 minus
the
5.
least possible value of, what is the least possible value of 2x plus 1?
9.
Why?
When we wanted to get x squared plus x is 20. That's 4 squared plus 4 equals 20. Then 2 times 4 is 8 equals minus 9. Equals to 4. Minus 1 is equal to x.
You went a little overboard, but that's fine.
Can you get?
It's none.
All right, so to solve this problem, you have to get the value of x squared, x. Okay, so you have two solutions. Because x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0, then x minus 4, x plus 4 equals 0.
It's negative 9.
Okay, so you actually have two solutions, x equals 5 and x equals negative 4.
We can't forward though too.
Okay. Yeah. So if you use the 5,
It's negative 4.
you get 2 times 5 plus 1 equals 11. If x equals negative 4,
It's negative 9.
it's going to be negative 7.
What?
Because negative
Oh.
8 plus 1 is negative 7.
Oh yeah, I was still thinking about 4 times 2 plus 1.
So negative 7 is the smallest value.
That doesn't make any sense.
Hmm?
Because we know that x equals 4 in that first one.
X is not necessarily 4. X could be one of these two values, 5 and negative 4.
And 4.
But back up there, when you go over there, it goes, it's,
Yeah, because 5 squared is 25 plus 5 is 30. 30 doesn't like
Yeah.
which
it doesn't make sense though.
that because x cubed equals 5. Negative
Our
4
next
might
question
work.
is,
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's negative 20. It doesn't make sense. Line doesn't make sense.
okay,
You're in the physical world.
if x over 2 equals 3 over 1 equals x plus y equals 5, what is the y value?
Oh, what is y?
Yeah.
Y. The value of y is
Oh. Oh, 3. Wait, no. Yeah, 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because if x, because then 5 is 2 and 3, and since 5 is 1, you need to get the other 2 as 1, so you get 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's a
x
quicker
equals 3,
solution.
y equals 3.
Y equals 3. Maybe there's another solution, y could be negative. How do you know this is a unique solution?
Oh, it could be negative.
Unless I assume it's positive and that was.
It could be negative.
Okay, let's find out step by step. Okay, but there's still some tricks here. You know, actually there are two equations here. You can use this equation to get the relationship between x. Okay, you cannot use the 3 over y equals x plus y over 5 because otherwise it's product. You get product of x and y. Right, so you do that, you get 5x equals 2x plus 2y. Then your 3x equals 2y. Then
Where did you get the 5x?
the cross product.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not the-
cross
that's not
multiplication.
work. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, x over y is going to be 2 over 3. So,
Y does
so
equal 3.
the rational, right? But you don't know yet. X, you can let x to be 2t, y to be 3t. Okay? And you plug into any of the above equation. Okay? So this equation. So you know that 3 over y equals x plus y over 5, right? So I'm going to put it here. 3 over 3t equals x plus y 5t over 5. Then cancel, cancel. What you get is t squared should be equal what? T is going to be plus minus 1. So there are two solutions there. X equals
3.
another set of solutions. X equals -2, y equals -3.
So you can do the negative.
Why can't you just write the plus minus? Like no other solution then. Yeah,
But what do you need to do with t?
prove your point.
Well, as long as you say that's a proportion, then you can write down separately. Okay, so like for example, if I ask you to solve this equation, while this will give you 3 over 7, right? Then x plus 2y equals 5. What is the value of x? Now, what is the best way to do? Okay, so the best way to solve this equation is, you get two system linear equations because this is equivalent to 7x plus 3y. But if you use that, it's still complicated. Okay, so the best way to do it is use the proportion x equals 3t, y equals 7t. Okay, because yeah, so then x over y is going to be 3 over 7. Then you plug into the second equation, x plus 2y equals 3t plus 14t is supposed to 15. Okay, 5, not 15. Then you determine the value of t, and that's simplifying. Yeah, so here is going to be 17t equals 5. T is going to be 5 over 17. Then you write down the x. X is 3 times 5 over 17, 15 over 17. You don't need to do lots of computation. It's a simple multiplication here. Okay. Finally, the very last problem is going to be this. Okay. If x squared plus ax plus b equals 0 has 3 real solutions. Okay, the first one is x equals 1, y equals 2, and not x, y. And then what is the third solution? Okay, and x equals m. So what is m?
3.
You think it's a 3?
1, 2, 3. Perfectly balanced.
No, that's a guessing. Come on.
Okay, so 1
times 1 is
1 plus 1a plus b is 0. A is 1, 1a, 1 b is 1. Divide both sides by 1.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So my mistakes. Okay, it's x cubed.
Oh, that's that does not help.
Okay, x cubed have 3 roots. Otherwise, you only have 2. Okay.
Well, a minus b equals -1.
Yeah, you cannot have 3 different three solutions. Cube equation has 3 solutions. Okay.
8 plus 8. 8a.
I'm gonna guess and then 0.
Okay. So the idea is that don't guess. Okay, it's ax plus b. You have to multiply. It has 3 solutions, right?
8 plus
Okay.
b equals -1.
Then you multiply this out. You get x squared minus x minus s minus 3x plus 2. Then you continue to do the multiplication. You get x cubed, 3x squared plus 2x minus mx squared plus 3mx minus 2m. Okay, so let's regroup them, and you get x cubed minus 3 plus m x squared and plus 2 plus 3m x and minus 2m. So you compare both sides.
Oh, there's a bunch of X's and M's.
Yeah, bunch of that. So you compare both sides, you see that this must be 0. So 3 plus m must be 0. Okay, and you can also determine the value of a. You can also determine the value of b. Okay, so m is going to be negative 3. So a is going to be 2 plus 3 negative 3. It's going to be negative 9 to negative 7. And b is going to be 6. Okay, so you not only determine the value of m, you also determine the value of a and b. Okay, this is a typical problem they usually want to put on the contest. Okay, this is the most difficult problem. But if yeah, this is it's pretty. I don't know why they put it on the contest for the this is state run. This is the most challenging problem there. Okay, so